return to the grand finals. Last time he was there, FIFA 17, went in as one of the favourites, underperformed by his own right. But hopefully he can secure his top 16 spot for the grand finals after this match has completed. And move on to that round of 16 bracket.
Of course, it is day 2 of the competition. 7 rounds of Swiss were needed yesterday to find our last 32, and it was a rocky road for DaXe. Still ensured he got the job done though. 4 wins to 2 defeats compared to FaZe Tass. Only losing 1 game yesterday. 4-1 he went in Swiss. And of course, because of that, they both match here today. Which, as you said, Richard, a top 16 matchup. 2 of the best European FIFA players out there. Tass, he's been around the block for a long time. So looking at DaXe's achievements this year, we won the FIFA E-Nations Cup with France and Maestro. Can he look ahead here to have a fantastic run in the playoffs? As we know, he's already booked himself a FIFA E-World Cup spot, which I'm sure he'll be delighted about. Here's Tass now. Lovely footwork. Back to goal, off the bar. Good time at green with R9.
Early possession and early pressure building here from FaZe Tass. Usually likes to roll with that 5 at the back formation. Well, could be a 3 at the back potentially for him. Keeps hold of the ball very nicely in and around the box. Rarely rushes any chances. See that ball just gone out of play there from PSG DaXe.
0-0, nearly 15 minutes into this matchup. A chance to get yourself a few more Global Series ranking points. We know that Tass was sitting in a good position heading into this matchup. He's kind of on the verge of a FIFA E-World Cup spot. He's been sitting in between 13th and 14th. Of course, results have moved that around. Results other places as well have changed that. We know that Raf's obviously in the competition still. Zidane got knocked out yesterday. Marcus Gomes out in the competition as well, but he already done enough. I'm sure he would get a FIFA E-World Cup grand final spot.
As we are coming into this game, both players from very well represented nations in FIFA. I ask you the question, Brandon, in your opinion, which is the best nation when it comes to FIFA in history? So I would aim towards France. 2-time world champion Bruce Granek, right there from that nation. E-Nations Cup champion being Team France. They are certainly one of the best nations when it comes to FIFA.
Yeah, they certainly are indeed. Bruce Granek, a 2-time FIFA world champion, of course. If you look at PSG Sports, how much they've done for competitive FIFA. Some of the players have had on their books as well. Obviously Rocky, he was that winner back in Berlin 2017. $160,000 in his pocket when EA Sports really started to push competitive FIFA. I never saw that. Tass, you know what he did in his FIFA career? Obviously he was at Hashtag United for a long, long time as well. Multiple FOWCs, known as FEWCs now. The man has competed at the highest level. Of course, the only FaZe FIFA player on their books. FaZe, such a huge esports organisation. Great to see them back in competitive FIFA.
Gorilla was there for a period of time at FaZe Clan, but he did move on in his career now at Team Stark, of course. He will be taking on Resende in the round of 32. I'm sure that's going to be a fantastic matchup. 2 top players, as everyone is here in Hamburg.
And still 0-0. Just nearly a third played in this match. Tass will come forward again. He timed Green, hit the post earlier again. He's timed it Green. Once more, just stings the hands of the goalkeeper. We know how good DaXe is at playing football. He plays football in such a beautiful way. He knows how good his FIFA can be. We saw it in the FIFA Nations Cup a number of times, Richard, when goals, he was goal of the day, wasn't he? Day after day. Some of the goals he was scoring, I think it was like 43 passes in one of his moves. Didn't need any skill moves in there as well. Just simple, just keeping the ball, moving it around. He says he loves to play, as I said, beautiful FIFA. It's something that he always seems to do here on the big stage.
Yeah, 100% agree with that. sentiment right there. Certainly plays FIFA without the so-called meta really in mind. He just plays the pass that's there for him, plays it simple.
Here he comes forward now, Ronaldo. To Vieira. Just looking at the achievements that he's had this year. Numerous FUT Champions Cup. He was the Xbox E-League 1 winner. Obviously the French League, E-League 1. Paris Saint-Germain. Champions year after year over there in France.
Look at some of the players that PSG have had as well. Aga, Manika, Rocky, DaXe, Fiddle, AA Megasib. All fantastic players from their own region coming together under PSG Esports.
It's really been DaXe has been that standout player for them.
Ryan. Never part of that organisation.
Vitality, another French organisation there. Speaking of other French players that will be looking to get themselves in the final. Rafsu on the verge.
There will be a minimum of 2 minutes.
The grand finals, but added time of 2 minutes in this game. Still 0-0. The best chances have come from Tass. 2-time green finishes. One hit the bar. The other one was a big save from David Gea. Haven't seen too much from DaXe into the half-time interval. All goalless still.
It'll be interesting to see the stats at half-time between these two, because there's not been a lot to write home about. 3 shots, 2 on target for Tass, 0 and 0 for DaXe at half-time. 97% passing accuracy also from Tass at half-time. I think even if Tass was to go out in this round, he could potentially still be mathematically safe in that top 16 bracket. It would just have to be results going his way, going against him from other players in and around him, from the likes of Ebinio, #Ryan, all looking to take his spot. But I think really you'd probably say that he is mathematically safe. Obviously, nothing is 100% until you get that little green tick next to your name.
Yeah, most definitely indeed. But we did close out Swiss yesterday knowing who would be the first 12 grand finalists. Will be part of the FIFA World Cup. 4 spots really up for grabs today and tomorrow if needed. Obviously only today, round of 32 and round 16 games. Tomorrow we move into the quarterfinals, semi-finals, and of course that huge final, $75,000 up for grabs for one lucky player. Even if anyone else wins on Xbox, Tex will still be going into that grand final with seed number 1. What year? He's had 12,000 Global Series ranking points to his name, still in the competition. I think one of the big events for Tass this year was that FIFA E-Club World Cup.
Yeah, he got a lot of points from that event with FaZe Clan alongside Lev Vinken as his teammate.
Of course, E-Premier League appearances as well for his beloved Arsenal. Interesting to see if we see Thierry Henry involved at any point. I'm sure he'll be on the bench at least. A huge fan of that icon, the French icon himself. Here's DaXe, and chance squandered for him.
Yeah, from R9 right there. It's funny that you talk about Arsenal. I'm not sure if you know who the captain is in-game for FaZe Tass.
Patrick Vieira, by any chance?
There you go.
Yeah, wearing the captain's armband, number 4. On the pitch, still goalless between these two. To be fair, we spoke about how good DaXe has been when it comes to keeping the ball and moving it around. Spencer, I remember, Spencer Owen, obviously part of the broadcast team, he picked out one of his goals that he did score at the FIFA E-Club World Cup. Getting my words
like
twisted.
40 plus passes, really nice individual play from Tass, and we know he has that in his locker. We know he has the capability of doing that. It's just finding the consistency to be able to do that every single game. It's good to score that once a tournament, but sometimes you have to score the bad goals as well. Sometimes you have to score the ugly goals. And someone like Tex, for example, who's been so successful this year, he can do that. He is fully accepting to do that. He will score skill goals and attractive football, but he's also not afraid to get it out wide, flick it up and stick it in the box, or to take a short corner into an El Tornado.
Speaking of icons, Rio Ferdinand keeping his spot in the team for DaXe. Pause cued by DaXe as well. We've seen a number of combinations in different teams, players playing different positions. It was only yesterday we saw another Xbox player, #Harry, using Cancelo.
The CDM.
Juventus fullback, yeah, in CDM. You can see the back four lining up for DaXe. He's gone with an out-and-out left back and an out-and-out right back, Alexandro. Cancelo, just as mentioned, as the two defenders in use there. Here he comes forward again. Can he finally get a goal? Yes, he can. Neymar will be the scorer. The PSG man himself, that team of the season for item, will be the opening goal in this game, 68 minutes in.
Really, really nice goal there from DaXe. Just laid it into the path of Neymar. Goalkeeper rooted to the spot. And see Tass here straight into the custom tactics. Little change there for him. He's playing 4-2-3-1, which is quite un-Tass-like from what we've seen this season thus far. But that team of the season Neymar, he is better than the team of the year Neymar. One higher rated at 98. And certainly, if you can get him in with the chemistry needed, as he is a cam, worth using.
Finally, there is a break for him. To be honest, you probably would say against the runner play. It has been Tass that's made most of the chances. Even hit the woodwork once or twice as well. That's not going to matter now. DaXe does break the deadlock. Neymar the scorer, 68 minutes in, just over 20 minutes left for a reply in this first leg of the round of 32. Remember that every single game, 2 legs through Swiss to knockouts. He still has 90 more minutes if he can't find an equaliser now, Tass. Ferdinand happy to switch all the way out to Cancelo.
No, the question remains for yourself right now for Tass at this stage is, how do I break this player down? I've created chances, I've hit the post, I've kept hold of the ball, I've played my usual game. 50+% possession, 95% plus passing accuracy. What do I need to do to get the goal? Is it going to come from a mistake from DaXe?
Switch into the box, that's Havertz all the way over! And it's like he can hear you, Richard. Scooped up into the box. Cristiano Ronaldo was at the back post. Not the team of the year, the team of the season variant of his foot item will leap above the rest once again, scooped into the box. I think it was Cancelo who actually beat in the air his teammate from Juventus, and just like that, we're all square at 1-1.
It's like you can hear me. Sometimes I say you have to play ugly. You have to score the goals that you don't really want to score but are necessary. Ronaldo leaping highest above the rest.
Number 7.
Powering header over the goalkeeper, and we're tied up at 1-1 right now. I wouldn't be surprised to see the game end like this in the first leg. Certainly.
Left. It's taken 10 minutes to see 2 goals. Before that, it took 60 minutes to even see 1.
Yeah, even a really good chance.
Tass will feel, as you said, hard done by. If he didn't get anything out of this match, look at the chances that he did create. Mbappe now. The role will happily just play it back. Alexandro again. This is tidy FIFA. DaXe didn't come to anything in the end. A chance to break for Tass now.
I feel like with DaXe, people forget that he's top 3 player in the world. People
Mini Nations Cup winner.
People just forget that he's so highly ranked among the best players right now. Nobody really wants to play against DaXe. It's one of those where when you see that you've pulled your DaXe, you're unhappy. You don't want that. And for Tass and DaXe to be meeting up in such an early bracket play game, it's got to hurt.
It's a lofted ball there. That's going to be a mistake from Tass as well. Not too sure. Varane just cleared out of play. I'm pretty sure no one was injured on the field. Just a mistake for him. Aimed it completely the wrong way. Giving possession back to DaXe. Quite a dangerous area. 4 minutes left plus additional time in the first leg. Still another 90 minutes to come. And we're into Ronaldo. Last chance to break away. That run on the far hand side. I think it might be Havertz if he has been introduced. There it is indeed. Right, Leverkusen black. Trying to accelerate. Oof.
Sometimes you see them Gave. Rio Ferdinand shoulder to shoulder with King Kai Havertz.
The fourth official has
Last attack for
there will be a
DaXe.
minimum of 2 minutes.
We can keep hold of this. 1 minute played, only a minute left. Last chance saloon for him. Ball rolling away for his man. Needs to get that ball into the box with Cristiano Ronaldo. When's it coming over? Just teasing the defenders. One more. Could this be the chance? Surely! What a save! What a save, Edwin van der Sar.
Would have been a really, really good goal as well. Holding it in the corner as a cross comes in. Referee doesn't want to play it. Been a fantastic goal if it wasn't for the heroics of Edwin van der Sar, and 1-1 the final scoreline in this first leg.
Well, here we go. Second leg of this round of 32 matchup. DaXe against Tass. It was nearly a 90th minute winner for the Frenchman. If it wasn't for a fantastic save, a heroic save from Edwin van der Sar.
Yeah, that's what it comes down to sometimes at the elite level. Goalkeeper heroics, defensive blocks and last-ditch tackles, skill, runs and splendid dribbling in the final third. Whatever it may be, sometimes you've got to have a little bit of that to be able to see yourself through.
As we said, still square, 1-1 the score heading into this second leg. A chance to get into the round of 16. Jump up 75 more points. Potentially ensure for Tass especially that he could have a FIFA E-World Cup Grand Final spot. DaXe has already got it. Here's a chance for DaXe early on. Once again, a huge save. It's like deja vu again, but this time only in the 6th minute. Don't want to play it short now. Straight away, scooped up into the box, and Van der Sar once again punching it away. Ronaldo to Ronaldo. Paqueta or two. Attack certainly isn't dealt with yet. For Tass, DaXe comes forward and finally the ball gets half-hearted cleared away.
The way Tass plays, very reluctant to just clear the ball, very reluctant to press X on Xbox or circle or B or whatever it might be, just to clear the ball. He always wants to pass out. He always wants to play out from the back.
Something that can let him down at times. Sometimes it's great to be composed, but other times you just have to stick your foot through it, get rid of it. Even if it means you have given away possession, but at least it'd be like 50 yards plus away from your own goal. Two incredible saves from Van der Sar. Seems like the goalkeeper of choice for a number of pros at the moment. David De Gea, still the big choice for goalkeeper, the main choice for a lot of pros. It all comes down to personal preference at the end of the day. What you're most comfortable with, what you played your season with.
Not only that as well, but also chemistry. A lot of players are adopting to go with Van Dijk at centre-back. So if you can use Van der Sar and you're happy using Van der Sar in goal, you get that strong link straight into Virgil van Dijk, which means that you only need to really have a couple of other players who can get chemistry off him, whether that be Patrick Vieira as a centre mid, whether that is Pullet, and then you get another strong link because yet again he's Dutch. Dumfries at right back offers you that as well. It can very much help the cause going forward with the chemistry if Van der Sar is the goalkeeper that you do want to use.
Maybe this could be Tass's first attack of the game. I'm quite happy to keep the ball in his own half. Between his fullbacks and his defenders. Just offside there. It's not going to last long. His first real chance.
It's going to be a game of limited chances, snatched chances, and possession.
One thing that DaXe and most definitely Tass, they both can do if they need to, just keep the ball. Of course, no one's in a winning position yet. It's not even 30 minutes into the game, so I don't expect to see much of that yet. Especially in the last game, something we picked up from DaXe. Really work the ball well in these areas, and you just see it now, drag back into another one. Does win a corner for his efforts. Definitely the better starter in this game. The Paris Saint-Germain man. Played short to Hullet. He's going to maybe look to cross in. No, he's faked it to play on the edge of the box for Vieira. He won't be shooting from distance. Dispossessed in the end. A chance to counter-attack maybe for Tass. Hullet's going to continue his run.
Yeah, you just saw Hullet busting a gut really there among the last man, but again, Tass reluctant to rush something. He's very reserved, not only in his character in FIFA, but also just him as a person as well. He is quite laid back. And you see the similarities between his FIFA, the way that he plays, and also him as a person as well.
Here's Tass, second chance. Of really getting into DaXe's half to make anything happen for him. Vieira just teasing. Vieira and Hullet, of course, on the opposing team. A staple in a 4-2-3-1. For any pros team, those two icons would have been the best of friends from FIFA 17, 18, all the way into FIFA 19.
Yeah, they should have a specific link to each other.
Seem just to be a perfect duo in central defensive midfield position.
Well, they're both tall, they're both physical, but one offers you an unbelievable defensive CDM and the other can both be good in the defensive aspect, but Hullet is just such a unit going forward, whether that's in the air with the ball at his feet, 4-star skill moves also, 5-star weak foot. He offers you so many tools going forward. He's a little bit like a military knife in the fact that he can open a bottle for you. He can cut a rope.
Just like he
can open a tin can.
For you. He can attack, he can leap up from a corner and score for you.
He's versatile.
He's so, so good, the Dutchman. Alexandro dispossessed there. Nearly at the half-time interval in this second leg. Still no goals in the second leg. Obviously, aggregate scoreline still 1-1.
The fourth official has indicated there will
See
be
both players getting to this stage. Already
2
guaranteed themselves
minutes
275 global series ranking points. You win this, you'll jump up 75 more points. It's the 350. If you go up again, you're really starting to talk about getting into our final day. There you go, half-time. Best chances for me really came via DaXe. It was only one shot.
Another very quiet first half there, 93 and 95% passing accuracy respectively. Both of these two players just cancelling each other out. Possession very, very even as well between the two of them. Nothing really to shout about.
No, nothing to really talk about indeed from that first half of the action. Tass really struggled to get forward or create any real chances. It was a huge save from Edwin van der Sar 6 minutes in, which has kept the score all level. You can see Tass's team now. See, Havertz is a starter for him. Has he really been making a change this early on at half-time? He wants to bring on Mbappe, and he's going to do exactly that. He backs himself, and more importantly, he backs the Frenchman. Danny Da Costa at right back for him. See Mendy from Olympique Lyon over at left back. Partner in Rio Ferdinand. And Van Dijk at the back.
That defence, there's only really a couple of positions that you would modify. Van Dijk's a staple now of that back four. I feel like Van der Sar has worked his way in, especially the middle Van der Sar. Not many people like using the prime. They like using the 89. He's quicker, he's got more speed than the prime. and the handling and the consistency that it feels like that he offers you, it feels like he's the one to go for. Sergio Ramos has been in since January, and it's the right back. I feel like I've seen a lot of Dumfries this tournament. And it's just at that left back spot. Do you go Hullet on as your left back and put another midfielder in there to offer the back post cross? Do you put in a natural left back and sort of give up the back post cross but more attacking prowess with an Alex Telles, with Alexandro potentially? There's options for the pros to be able to work with.
Of course, they've had months on months to use those players. Obviously, different promos throughout the year have changed teams. You know, we've cast our minds back to Paris Games Week, the first LQE of the year. We look forward to November, the first for the Champions Cup of the year. Then Team of the Year came out. It moved teams around. Team of the Seasons was the most recent FIFA Ultimate Team promotion that, again, did bring the likes of Havertz into people's teams, and even just upgrade one or two players.
Nice possession here from Tass.
Still yet to register a shot in this second leg. Round of 32 action this is. Both these players got through Swiss respectively on the volley. And he tried to tease the keeper there. Could have easily went across him, went for the near post. Does win a corner for his efforts.
That's one of those, if he moves the goalkeeper at all, DaXe, he's getting caught out there. But because it didn't, it allowed the goalkeeper and the AI to take control and save it manually.
.30 minutes left. Will we see a winner, or will we need to go to extra time? We can go there if needed. We've seen it a number of times yesterday, especially for those players who had to go all the way right down to the wire in round 7 of Swiss. Hullet. Back to Van Dijk, lovely switch all the way over to Alexandro, just to reset. Himself, DaXe does cue a pause though at the same time.
Just going to be wanting to tick this over a little bit like a car engine. Just, you're cruising at the minute, you're in third gear. Whenever it goes into that final third, that's when he picks it up, that's when he kicks in to a higher, more frantic pace.
He's always been a fan of playing
his way.
Yeah, definitely his way. People have called him an artist before, the Frenchman, the way he plays his FIFA. It is so beautiful at times. Ronaldo, Cristiano Ronaldo. Be patient, Vieira, into Hullet. Chance for Neymar. See, the PSG man can't really get the shot past the defender. Rafael Varane. It stands strong in the way, 20 minutes left. Time ticking away from both of these two if they want to try and win this game in normal time. Still waiting for that pause is DaXe.
Yes, still. When we're that queued, like 60th minute, we've had quite a little bit of play in between this right now, and could extra time and penalties be on the cards here for both of these two? Nobody's done enough to win the game for me.
Once again, it's been a kind of a case of I keep possession, you keep possession. Tass still really yet to do much in an attacking third. He did register one shot at half-time, no chances created for him, but Tass is a player that doesn't need 5-10 shots. He only needs 1 or 2. He can be that consistent. He can be that deadly in the final third. He's probably got more experience than a handful of players all put together for FIWCs, FEWCs.
Multiple tournaments.
Majors, yeah.
Going back to what? FIFA 15 with the UK qualifying for the FIWC.
He was there, and he won that, obviously, that major in Paris, part of the FUT Championship Series.
If you look at that pool of players, really, who were at that 2015 UK Open Championship, not a lot of them still playing. Dean Coombs, no longer part of the game. I think Nathan Richards had a spell during that sort of era, 2015, 2016. He's no longer really playing FIFA anymore, but Tass, he's gone with the games. He's constantly updated his game, updated his play style, and he's still ranked among one of the best players.
We mentioned about this pause, we've been waiting for it
for a while.
17 minutes now. DaXe is thinking, is it going to come in normal time, or am I going to be They're using that pause at the 90th minute when we go into extra time, if it's needed. One chance, one mistake, or one bit of class from one of these two to try and snatch this game. Neymar. He's been so vital for DaXe as far as Mbappe now. Pull it into Neymar again. So patient with his build-up is DaXe. No pressure, no rush to really go forward for him. But time is certainly running away for him. Vieira now. Neymar one more time. Could this be the chance for DaXe? Neymar, this is so good. Ronaldo, deflection. It still finds its way into the back of the net.
I don't know if you saw that as well, but Tass were playing the offside trap. And the line, the defensive line, it was like a zigzag. It was like a dot to dot. They were all over. And I'm not too sure if that played into the fact that he got so much space there in the final third, did DaXe. But is that the winning goal right now?
And it was DaXe that was waiting for the pause. I'm sure Tass is happy that it's come now, as he's probably going to go all-out attack. He's got a minute or so left, plus added time to try and find an equaliser. And there's the change, as expected.
It's got to be a 3-1-4-2 or a 3-4-2-1 probably for Tass at this stage. He's looking towards that 3-4-1-2 formation. I think he might go 3-1-4-2. I think it's just a little bit more direct.
Is he going to bring on any fresh legs? He has got some solid attacking options on the bench, including like Pele, Eusebio. Not sure who else is hiding below that. He's got Mane, but you're not really going to see him involved. He's already brought Mbappe on at half-time. Let's not forget that.
Eusebio coming on as well for Neymar by the looks of it. Or will it be R9?
Modric in the midfield as well, just to bring
Vieira gone back to centre half. Benjamin Mendy, yeah. Up at left mid.
Is it time for Mane? He's on as a left winger. He's out of substitutions. Cannot forget that. Neymar in that camp.
Should I Ferland Mendy? Not Benjamin. Yeah. It's not the Man City fullback.
The Olympic Lyon fullback.
Recently team of the season as well. That's why he's in use right there.
He still seems like he's taking time over this.
Yeah, on the esports edition of the game, the esports version, there's no 60-second countdown. You've got as long as you want over the pauses, so you can pause it as many times as you like. You can take your time over the pauses also. So he wants to make sure he's got this right. He wants to make sure that he's taken the precaution that he needs to be able to see himself back into this game with one attack.
And there's all the changes he's making. All the small, intricate changes to his custom tactics. Constant pressure, fast build-up. Everybody forward. As we said, he's got a few minutes left plus additional time to try and find an equaliser to send this to extra time. Otherwise, he will be out of the competition in the round of 32 stage. And of course, he'll be leaving with 275 points to his name. Not getting the extra 75 on top of that for making the round of 16. And he will still be sitting within the top 16 and just praying and hoping that other results will go his way, because he was only about 100 points. He was only about 100 points yesterday of ensuring that he would be going to the FIFA E-World Cup Grand Final.
I think for him to get knocked out of that top 16, he's got to be very unlucky with a number of different results to go against him. But it's not mathematical yet, and that is the main thing for him.
How do you think DaXe is feeling now? He's obviously just scored. He's going to be over the moon, but at the same time, you must be a little bit nervous. Your opponent's just taken about 2 minutes making changes. You can see the attacking change he's made, the fresh legs he's going to bring on.
Just have to defend. It's what, the 88th, 89th minute. As soon as we get kicked off, it's going to take over to the 90th minute. You've just got to defend one attack, really. And if he can do that, he'll be moving on to the round of 16 and further pushing himself towards MS Dasari in second spot on the Global Series rankings.
Well, here we go. You can see the goal again. Lovely bit of play. Keeper got something on it, but not enough. A hand it was, bounced into the ground, the ball, and still trickled its way into the back of the net. We waited a long time for that. 88 minutes for the first goal to be scored. The change to be made by Tass. But is it too little, too late for him? Will this be the end of his playoff journey here in Hamburg. Added time at 2 minutes. Everything has to be perfect now from Tass.
Added time.
3 at the back for him. There will be gaps if he does give away possession.
It's a chance.
This is the chance for him. Neymar back inside to Eusebio. Tries to play that
Offside.
one more. And it's not going to count. What a chance for him. He probably thought it was in.
Wow. Absolute heartbreak. Last kick of the game. That was the last play of the game.
And surely not. Oh, yes, he is. DaXe will go straight through to the round of 16. Offside call right at the end. 90+2. He made all the changes Richard did, Tass. And in the end, it will be DaXe that will go through to the round of 16 alongside already booking himself a FIFA E-World Cup spot.
Split-second decision right there. He played the pass a millisecond too late. Hullet straight offside. And with the smallest of margins, DaXe will go through to the round of 16.